Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News with some latest events in the province. And now we come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, in the morning of September 15, the survey team of the Bronzo People Council led by Mr. Nguyễn Việt Cường, Deputy Head of the Department of Culture Society, and the survey on the effectiveness of management and use of television equipment, radio and television station in the Yao district.
At the radio station of Tân Hưng Commune, Tân Châu Town, and also the Center for Culture, Sports and Radio of Tân Châu District, the survey team of the Provincial People's Council wraps the situation of management and use of radio equipment in the area, the pages in the area also. It is known that currently in the district, there is one district radio station and 12 commune and town radio stations with a total of 212 radio stations, including 52 wired stations and 72 wireless stations and 69 smart radio stations. And the district radio station is fully equipped with the equipment such as transmitters, antennas, mixers, video cameras, specialized computers, and a number of other equipment for professional work. The team of officials and employees of district station and officials of commune and town stations always strengthen and regularly receive professional training, and thanks to that, the operational capacity of the grassroots radio has gradually been improved. At the meeting with the People's Committee of Tân Châu District, the survey team of the Provincial People's Council also grasped some difficulties in managing and using radio equipment in the district, and at the same time recorded local recommendations for with the Provincial People's Committee on soon continuing to implement the projects, building a basic broadcasting system, applying information technology, telecommunications in the province of period of 2021 to 2025 to promptly replace equipment following and replace the old outdated FM technology to ensure the local propaganda work is more effective. And on September the 15th, the Department of Labor, Work Balance and Social Affairs held a conference to implement the review of poor households, multi-dimensional near poor households and poor households according to the province poverty standards in 2023. At the conference, more than 100 officials of labor, work balance and social workers in the communes and also the town attended and were instructed on the methods to review and classify the poor and near poor households, determine the income of the household working in agriculture, forestry and fishery, and salt production with an average living standard in the period of 2022 to 2025, and support policies also, and thereby identify and make a list of multi-dimensional poor households and near poor households according to the criteria specified in Decree number 7 dated on January the 27th of 2021 of the government regulating multi-dimensional poverty standards for the period of 2021 to 2025. Poor households according to the province poverty standard to serve as a basis for building plans implementing target programs of poverty reduction and social security policies and planning other socio-economic policies in 2023 in the area. To help carry out the work of reviewing the poor household in 2023, Ms. Trần Thị Lan, Deputy Director of the Department of Labor, Work Balance and Social Affairs, requested the district, town, and also Taynan City to establish a steering committee for reviewing poor households, near poor households, direct communes, boroughs, and towns, and assign tasks to each member in charge of the areas, identify the right subjects, so that no poor household and near poor household are left behind and do not follow instructions. The target is towards the actual rates of poor households and near poor households or households escaping poverty. Besides reviewing the right subjects, ensuring the implementation of the objective and fair policies for all of the people.
In the afternoon of September 14, the supervision team led by Mr. Nguyễn Việt Hưng, head of the Socio-Economic Committee of the TayNinhTV People Council, had a meeting to survey the results of organizing and implementing the construction of rural meeting civilized standard urban area in the period of 2020-2025 in Ward 4.
This event accompanied by Mr. Hồ Tuyết Huỳnh Mai, Vice Chairman of the City People's Council. According to the report, the workforce has complete transportation system with many upgraded and expanded roles. The school and medical station and also the station system is built spaciously and meet the prescribed standards. 100% of the households have solidly built houses consistent with the general architecture of the urban area. 100% of the households use electricity safely. Main roads are well lit. 100% of the households use clean water, and 97% of households will implement regulations on civilized living in the weddings, funerals, and festivals also. By 2022, the world meets safety standards for security and order, and the world meets access to law standards also. And the working section members of the delegation discussed and contributed some ideas so that the world continues to well implement the criteria in building world to meet urban civilization standards. At the same time, the survey team requested the world to supplement the delegation's comments as well as recommendations and suggestions, and complete a report to send back to the delegation to serve the explanation section between two sections of the Standing Committee of the City People's Council. On the afternoon of September the 15th, at the Provincial Military Command, an activity took place to make the Mid-Autumn Latins for the children in Taynan Province. Participating in the Mid-Autumn Latin making activity were the soldiers working at the Provincial Military Command and youth union members from the College of Education and Taynan Medical College. With the prepared materials, they are expected to make more than 1,000 paper star-shaped lanterns and more than 1,000 mooncakes to give to the children in the Mid-Autumn program taking place in Ninh Thành Commune. To fill in another program such as lantern given to the children, Full Moon Festival Night. The Blind Moon took place at the Provincial Culture Center on the afternoon of September the 23rd. And ladies and gentlemen, on the afternoon of September the 15th, Taynan Rehabilitation Hospital, in collaboration with Ho Chi Minh City Rehabilitation and Occupational Disease Treatment Hospital, organized the scientific conference on rehabilitation spinal cord injury in 2019 in 2023. Speaking at the conference, Deputy Director of the Department of Health, Do Hong Seung, says that it was a major medical science conference with the participation of units inside and outside the province. The conference is very important because the results of scientific research shared at the conference, when put into practical application, will contribute to improving the quality of medical examination and treatment and rehabilitation for the patients. At the conference, many presentations and scientific topics on rehabilitation were valuable for application in practical treatment and health care for the patients, such as the role of rehabilitation for the spinal cord injury, high-tech rehabilitation solutions, orienting the development of rehabilitation and spinal cord injury industry according to modern trends, rehabilitation combined with traditional medicine, etc. And spinal cord injury is one of the serious diseases, seriously affecting the patient's health and quality of life, even the patient's life. And on September the 15th, an interdisciplinary inspection team chaired by the Taynan Department of Agricultural Development compiled to inspect food production and business establishments in Châu Thành District. Checking the stone shelling mooncakes in Q1 of Châu Thành Châu, the group was provided with all documents related to the sale and business. The delegation requested establishments to continue to maintain conditions to ensure the food safety, not to trade products of unknown origin or expired goods. And checking Hoài Anh pork roll production facility in Bình Phong Hamlet, Thái Bình Commune, Hồng Tâm rice noodle vermicelli production facility in Thanh An Hamlet of An Bình Commune. The delegation was provided with complete documents related to production and business, recognizing establishments that comply with the regulations on ensuring the hygiene and safety. The delegation requested two facilities to regularly inspect and clean machinery and also equipment before and after production line. And the delegation took one sample of finished pork rolls to serve the quality inspection. Before that, the interdisciplinary inspection team number 3 on food safety and hygiene, chaired by the Provincial Department of Industry and Trade, inspected the food safety during the 2023 Mid-Autumn Festival in Hoa Thanh Town. Accordingly, the delegation went to inspect the Toàn Phát mooncake production facility located at Long Thới Quarter, Long Thanh Trung World, and Vương Ngọc Vegan Company Limited, addressed at Long Thanh Quarter, Long Thanh Trung World, and the business house on Châu Diệp Thu Ngân, addressed at Trường Phú Hamlet, Trường Đông Commune of Hoa Thanh Town. and by the inspection process, the Vương Ngọc Vegan Company Limited, Giao Diệp Thu Ngân Business House was provided all relevant documents and has not detected any violation of the law. And delegation requested facilities to continue to maintain a good hygiene equipment and also the human conditions during the production process. Toàn Phát Moon K production facility has also provided the above documents. However, at the time of inspection, team inspect the facility staff. They were packaging mooncakes but not wearing gloves or masks as regulations, and the team make a record of the above behavior according to the provision of Decree number 115 of 2018 of the government.
Ladies and gentlemen, the midterm preliminary conference of 11 Bronze Party Congress, term 2020-2025, is expected to be held on September 19.
This is an extensive political activity in the entire party aiming to seriously evaluate and analyze what has worked and what has not worked and propose solutions to successfully implement the resolution of the 11 Provincial Party Conference. As one of the people who regularly monitor the socio-economic situation of the province in recent times, Mr. Phạm Huy Từ, a party member with more than 50 years out of the party member, is also a veteran living in Ward 3 TayNinhTV, excited about the province's efforts to implement the resolutions of the 11 Provincial Party Conference in the past half-term. In recent time, in general, the level of economic and cultural development in our locality has been relatively good. Public opinion among the veterans praised the comprise for their relatively good visions and acumen to make our province's economic development rate relatively better. And the social opinion believes that through implementing the key tasks of the resolution of the 11th Conference of Provincial Party Committee, positive changes have been created in all fields. Most opinions say that the current quality of life of people from all walks of life is better than before 2020. However, the People's Survey also expressed concern about unstable employment or jobs losses, and wage policy is still backwards compared to the price level. Some social security policies are not good, and the social order and safety situation is still complicated. Despite that, official party members and the people believe in the leadership of the Provincial Party Executive Committee and will steer the TayNinhTV Socio-Economic Board to a successful talk at the end of the term. A British writer has said that if you lose something, you lose a little, but if you lose first, you lose everything. So I believe that the Provincial Party Committee will try to be better and more united, better accept the political tasks assigned by the party and the state. I have confidence in that and also want to do why develop it further. This term is relatively good, but in the next half term, I feel very burdened. I just want to see what happens until the end of the term at all levels. All party committees have completed the resolutions set by the conference. I believe in the party and the government of the TayNinhTV province to lead the people and organizations to grow stronger and stronger. And the first official party members and the people from onward supply is the driving force that empowers the entire party to strive to overcome challenges and create breakthroughs, strengthen solidarity, and join hands in determination to focus on achieving the targets set by the resolution of the 11th Party Conference of the province.
Ladies and gentlemen, after discovering a number of cassava star processing and livestock raising facilities directly discharging waste, causing pollution on the Vramkodam River, the authorities of the TayNinhTV province discovered 9 businesses with the art of discharging untreated wastewater into the environment, resulting in a total fine of nearly 3 billion Vietnam dong.
In Trung Dong Commune, Hoa Thanh Thao, after a surprise inspection of 11 cassava start processing establishments, the functional forces of the TayNinhTV province discovered 6 establishments with violations on protection of environment. Among them, Dang Hồng Duy Company and Tân Thúy Company illegally installed pipes to circularly discharge waste into environment. The TayNinhTV province has fined each business with 800 million Vietnam dong. Regarding the local functions, we will promptly report to the above authorities for timely handling so as not to affect the living environment of the people. The 2 temporary sanctioning units will be closed for 3 months to handle wastewater discharge into the environment. To ensure the strict implementation of the law on environmental protection in the production activities of the enterprises, in the coming time, Hòa Town said they will resolutely handle polluting facilities. Hòa position is to maintain the status quo, no new licenses and no further expansion. Therefore, to ensure the upcoming environmental work, establishments are required to ensure that the output they process must meet the water treatment requirements. If the facilities commit multiple violations, we will request a record, the suspension of operation, and relocation to another place to ensure the water environment in the residential area also. If the facilities want to survive, they must have new strict waste treatment measures to survive without having to stop production or relocate. Furthermore, Hòa Town is recognized as a new rural area, so the environmental treatment is even more thoroughly. And to prevent environmental pollution in the area, TayNinhTV Province has requested the departments, branches, and localities to strengthen inspection and supervision of the livestock and poultry production and also the rising facilities, promptly detect and handle establishments that pollute the environment.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for watching and see you next time.